Welcome to the Daily Reset on March 19th, 2024. My name is Dr. Job Mogire. And for those of you who are new, this would probably come to you a little bit fast-paced, but let this be the foundational meeting for you so that the next time that we do it together, you know what it's about. And unfortunately, today I have been held back at work longer than I expected. And so we will go even faster, but you will get a good idea about what this is about. The daily reset is usually it is centered around a central thought. Since I started it, I always have a central thought. But this thought, particularly this precept, is one that I have been using since this current challenge started. And the main purpose of using a central thought is to make sure that you have a centralizing force for deepening one practical idea about an aspect of life that actually helps you move forward. The daily reset is about one thing. It's about intentionality. And therefore, the central thought says, intentionality gives me the power to embody the identity God designed for me. Intentionality gives me the power to embody the identity God designed for me. Florence, I have made you, let's see, trying to make someone else an admin. Could you, somebody needs to mute them. Somebody needs to mute the microphone. Yeah. All right, let's continue. Intentionality gives me the power to embody the identity God designed for me. So that is the central precept. And the purpose of the precept is, first of all, to make sure that it is sound and that it is deeper than what you can just perceive from surface level. We have been talking about this for several weeks now, almost more than a month, with those who have been attending the daily reset. And each time we are focusing on a different aspect. Intentionality is much more than good intentions. Intentionality is a force, it's a power by itself. It is one of the highest principles, even in the creation of the world, even in spiritual realms. Intentionality is the ability for you to ignite your intention. Of course, you ignite your intention intentionally. I didn't even realize, so I'll stay co-host. Whoever is the host, please help us mute any background noise that may show up. Intentionality is a principle. It is the principle that empowers you to take charge of your days. Intentionality gives you the power. It gives me the power to embody the identity God designed for me. We are pursuing an identity always. We are pursuing an identity. As children, we want to be adults. When we become adults, we want to be fathers and husbands and wives and managers and directors and business owners and successful. These are all identities, except sometimes we can pursue identities that have been defined so shallowly. They are not defined to suit our unique talents and gifts, the depth of our souls, the uniqueness of our journey. So there is that identity that rises above all else. And that identity for you, until you define what that identity is, you'll find yourself going from, all across, because you will not be serving your highest purpose. So intentionality is the principle that gives you the power to embody, so that no matter what obstacles you face, no matter how long it takes, you embody, which means you begin to manifest, to materialize the identity, that specific, unique, deepest, most meaningful, most purposeful identity. And today we were going to talk about the word two. every place where you intend to impact something, and you can hear the word I'm already using, every time you want to impact something, to go somewhere, to understand something, to become something, the principle of transfer of power to identity lies in the word to. I want you to tell me the truth. I want you to turn and look at me. I want you to listen to me. I want you to remind me. I want you to forgive me for coming late. It's the power of the word to. It is the shortest word apart from me on this. Intentionality gives me the power to embody. It is the shortest, but that is the point of transfer. Now, what is the quality of your to? To is in the present moment. To is the time. Instruction is given through to. It can be given for execution in the future, but at the point that the word to is used, it's the point when instruction is given. I want you to, the instruction is given, and then the instruction can be executed whenever it will be executed. I want you to remind me. I want you to wait for me. I want you to come next week. I want you to stay. I want you to go. Intentionality gives me the power to embody. So it is my desire to embody. It's my desire to embody. Once I decide to embody, I begin looking for a set of instructions. Unfortunately, when our desire is activated, our desire to grow, our desire to learn, when it's activated, unfortunately, we end up submitting our to the wrong source of instructions. Because to is the creator of space. I want to start a business. I want to grow my business. I want to be promoted. I want to be amazing at my career. Then we submit that to public opinion. We submit it to everyone else except the deepest place. Intentionality gives me the power to embody the identity God designed for me. Once I decide that this is what I want to X, Y, and Z, that I want to X, Y, and Z, it automatically creates room for instructions. I need to take instructions from the highest creation principles, because the two is it's a creative container to connect with the highest source of power. If I am going to dance, if I am going to walk, if I'm going to run, I need the power. The quality of my running, the sustenance of my running will all be connected to the quality of power that I'm tapping into. Intentionality will give you the power to embody the identity God designed for you. To embody. For you to embody, you must tap into a power that enables you. Intentionality is that power. And you're using this power in one direction, in embodying an identity that is very elevated. I want to make sure that we do not overlook this particular segment. And today I want you to listen to how many times the word to shows up. As we speak here, I want you to pay attention to how many times the word to shows up, how many times you hear it, how many times you hear it in promises, in commitments where we make serious commitments, but we make them superficially. To is the container that we use to tap into intentionality, into the power that intentionality gives us. The higher the quality of your to, the higher the quality of your to, the greater the power and consistency and forcefulness of your implementation, of your embodiment. It's time to begin working, being aware, first of all, of the quality of our to. Before you do our daily reset, you notice that it has always had two tools at the very start. For those who are new, this is the main skeleton of the daily reset. You use the daily reset to decide what the day is going to look like. Today, my intention is to, you have already activated intention and you're connecting it to a container. My intention is to, what is your intention? And today, I permit myself to, and today my focus is, you can express everything that I can let you write everything, whatever way you write it, and then after that, you'll find that it all fits into two. Because if it cannot fit into two, it means it will not be doable. Two is the container that we use to run to the sea of intentionality and capture a bit of that power and bring it and use it to activate and implement what we need to implement. Today I am claiming, today I'm releasing. This is what you will use to do your daily reset. Intentionality gives you the authority, gives you the power, gives you the influence. We have used so many old synonyms of power. To direct, it gives me the power to direct my intentions. So if I want to direct my intentions, I need a container with which I will run to intentionality. And the bigger my container becomes, the stronger, the more practiced, the more consistent my container becomes, the more power I gain to be able to leverage my intentionality. So whether or not you are able to direct your intentions or master your focus or take command of your actions is a direct reflection not of the power of intentionality, because the power of intentionality is unlimited. The power of intentionality is totally unlimited. It is not the power, it is the translation of the power. Your two is like your charger. There might be power in the house, but if you have a slow charger for your phone, you will place it there, you come back 1 hour later and it's 15%. If you get a different kind of charger, you place it there and you come back and it's 10 minutes and they tell you 15 minutes remaining to be fully charged. So if you have a container that is stifling the power that is on the wall of your life, that is one of the things that we need to work on. The word two. Who knew that the word two would itself be a whole session that we can sit here talking about the word two for the next 3 hours and we still won't exhaust it. The word two is like an extension cable. The extension cable allows you to plug in so many other things, but the extension cable has a resistor at the wall, which determines how much power you get. Sometimes you receive too much power. I've seen people receive money or like get promoted and get money and it destroys them. I pray that that never happened to me, that I never get any blessing and it's too much for me. I would rather not have it. Your two is like, I would stick with the metaphor of the charger. Your two is like the charger. Your two is how you connect to intentionality so that you can take command of your actions, master your focus, and direct your intentions. And today, for those of you who are here for the first time, hopefully today, this would help you begin to see a different way that you can approach your days. Take command of your actions, master your focus, and direct your intentions through the power of two. Intentionality gives you the power to expand your identity. And from these three core tenets, direct your intentions, master your focus, and command your actions, we get the roles that you have to play in your life for you to live an effective life. And the roles you play are: be the director of your intentions, be the master of your focus, be the commander of your actions. But remember, Your role will be standing on one side, intentionality is on the other side. The connector between the two is the word to. For you to tap, and you see the word to is everywhere. For you to tap into just points you, for you to tap into. And you have to be clear about what you will do with the power once you receive it. When you receive the power of intentionality, what will you use it for? You will use it to direct your intentions, to master your focus, to command your actions. Okay, that's clear. That's what I will use it for. I will do that in what capacity? I will do that in my capacity as the director of my intentions, as the master of my focus, as the commander of my actions. Once that is clear, now there is the power and there is the identity. If you look at the first line, there is power on one side, identity on the other side. The connector between the two is the word to. What is the quality of your two, and what can we do to elevate the quality of your two so that you can begin to tap in more efficiently? As you live each day, you can begin to experience something deeper on a more consistent basis. And for this session today, we will focus on the role of commander. So you will set your intentions as the commander of your actions. And it is your job to, so from today, every single time you see this, please remember, your job is to tap into the power the most efficient way possible. Your role is to be clear what the function of the power is going to be. In other words, in this case, to command your actions. And the identity, it is commander. And therefore, you are getting power to do what? In the old days when we used to buy ever-ready batteries, you would go to the shop and buy ever-ready batteries. You buy ever-ready batteries for a specific reason. The whole clan is seated waiting so that you can come and play the gramophone, right? And you come with those batteries specifically for the gramophone. Or there is darkness, your cow has disappeared into the maize plantation, and you run to the shop to buy batteries so that you can power the little KPLC we used to call the torch. It's in our household, we had a torch that nobody would touch. Nobody was qualified to detach. It was like a bomb, only my father. And you had to get his blessings and be anointed before you can start handling that torch. You get the power for a specific reason. Today, you go out into your day as the commander of your actions. And it is your job to. It is your job to. It is the specificity with which you tap into intentionality to activate this container for you to act with boldness. Now I'm going to take you back to do your daily reset, and then we'll see what other ingredient we have enough time for today. So what you need to do, for those who have been on the challenge already, please go ahead and do your daily reset. For those who are new, you take down those 5 lines as they are, and you complete them. This is the backbone of the daily reset. You clarify today what you specifically want to focus on. Your role today is a commander of your actions. As you command your actions today, what is your intention? Is your intention to be effective? Is your intention to be quick? Is your intention to execute quickly or effectively? Is your intention to be present, to be perceptive? This is where you start from, and gradually we will clarify it much better for you in subsequent sessions. What do you permit yourself to do, to experience, to perceive, to receive, to know, to notice, to understand? Now, those instructions there indicate you need to be very specific. Intention has to be really, really specific for it to be aligned with intentionality. You shouldn't have any conjunctions. You shouldn't have to permit myself to show up on time and listen. And every time you introduce an "and," you are spreading yourself thin. Keep it as specific as possible and keep the 5 of them as aligned as you can. Today, my focus is to, if, for example, your intention is to enjoy a productive day, that means you permit yourself to let go or ignore distractions. Don't take my words, just you will get your authentic intentions coming out really easily. My focus is to make the most of my time. I am claiming productivity or effectiveness, and I'm releasing distractions or superficial focus, whatever comes to you. These 5, and you set them now so that you can carry them throughout the day. You carry them with you throughout the day. And after this, you will share them. Please share them in the WhatsApp group, the specific WhatsApp group that you are in, and I will be very happy to give you feedback. I'll give you feedback on the on your intentions if this is the first time that you're doing it, so that then you can learn the most aligned way to do it. There's no wrong way to do it. You can't get it wrong. Just the fact that you are here at this time in the morning in Nairobi or wherever you are in East Africa, just by the fact that you are up here, you are already set apart. Except I hope you're not set apart where you will do this, then we finish, then what's up for the next 30 minutes? Because then it beats the logic, right? You start with intentionality so that you can elevate your day and move through the rest of the day with intentionality. All right, and now I'm going to show you the other 2 parts. We won't have time to do them all fully. And these are the 2 parts that that we haven't gotten to. And these are the 2. Running the tapes. Running the tapes is about looking at some day or some week or some time that has gone before. And today we were going to look at the first 6 weeks of the challenge. That's from the beginning of February until now. And the questions are those 2. Usually there are 3. I narrowed them down to these 2. Did you take responsibility for everything? We are shifting mindset. We are shifting at the deepest level that we can. And it requires a level of self-awareness that doesn't come all by itself. One of the most powerful things that you can do is observing yourself. And these questions help you to observe and figure out whether you are actually living with intentionality, because intentionality and responsibility are inseparable. If you look at the last 6 weeks, maybe the last 10 weeks for some of you, did you take responsibility for everything? And any place where you've not taken any things, responsibility for things, not taken them personally, but taken responsibility for things, for how things worked out, where you're not taking responsibility to blame yourself, you are taking responsibility to see how you show up, how you act, how you respond to situations, to events. And did you wield your self-control? Not just when things are stable, but when you are going through turbulence, when you're tired, hungry, sleepy, frustrated, and uncertain. Did you wield self-control? And these are 2 questions I would encourage you to reflect on after we are done with this meeting. Did you take responsibility for everything? Did you wield your self-control? So we usually reflect and run the tapes of a time gone by, and then we also essentially run the tapes of the day that is coming. And that is called creating your mindful day, creating the day in advance, where you see it visually, you see it in your mind, you see it the way you want it to be. You see it, and then you document it down. In other words, you see it, you receive it. You receive it by feeling what it would feel like to have the kind of day that you are. envision it. And then after that, of course, you live here and you go out and live it. This is one of those unique and truly surprising elements of intentionality, where you begin to realize that you can actually determine the kind of day you will have in advance. And when the more clearly you define it, the more deeply you receive it. In other words, the more deeply you feel it, the more it ends up showing up. I returned from Kenya the other weekend, and I have had some of the toughest days I've ever had at work. Really, really tough. Today, I don't know how I would have gone through today if I had not set a really, really clear intention when I show up in the hospital and there's a really bad event that happens just as I'm starting my day. And I have all this team that is looking up to me, and I'm spread really wide. When you set the day already, there's just a power that it taps into. So imagine you have already lived today, and then see it. See it, and as you see it, as you create it mentally, receive it. By receiving it, the most important element of receiving it is feeling it emotionally and also documenting it down. Now, do not document it with just mental, mere surface words. Let the emotion you feel be the foundation on which you create it. And so I will leave for you to do this once we are done. Spend at least 3 minutes on it in terms of, if the longer time and the deeper you go in visualizing and seeing it, the more powerful it's going to be. And we will close off by doing this final part. And I would like you to notice two. I would like you to notice two. Two. This is our declaration of intentionality. It is longer than this, but this is the part that we are focusing on. You will select one of the sentences at the bottom. I am determined to shape my reality with purpose. I will get my picture off. I'm eager to unlock my potential, or I'm willing to move to my next level. All of them apply, but just pick one of them. Pick one of them. And then we will do the rest of it together. So what you do is you read out the first part. No, you don't read it with much emotion. And then after that, you read the second part, and finally your chosen sentence, you read it with intention, you read it with emotion, you read it to activate it within you. So I'm hoping that you have already selected your emotion of choice. Are you determined? Are you eager? Are you willing? Are you determined? If you are a determined commander, or an eager commander, or a willing commander, you are, wherever you are fighting on the other side is ready to face it, to face the music, as they said, not just to hear it, but to actually face it. And so I'm going to lead you through making this declaration, and I will read segments or maybe full sentences, and then you say it after me. Can I have somebody, one or two people, unmute their microphones so that that kind of creates one or two, if as long as you will read this after me, but make sure that there's no noise behind you. Any volunteer?
Let me check.
Okay, all right, could I just have let me have Moses and Isabel, and Fanny's, okay, let's just have Moses and Isabel. I can add some more people if we need. Isabel, I'm so sorry. Isabel.
No problem.
Yes, all right.
It's okay, no problem.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to do the intentionality. It's the first part. So I'm just going to just start off. You read it after. In the past, I felt powerless. I allowed external forces and limiting beliefs to hold me back. Yet today, March 20th, 2024, I am seizing back my power. Today, I am determined to direct my intentions, master my focus, and take command of my actions. Then you read your last one and read it with intentionality, with power, whichever you chose. Either I'm determined to shape my reality with purpose. I am eager to unlock my true potential. I am willing to move to my next level. You'll reiterate that as much as you can. Most importantly, remember that central declaration today. I'm determined to direct my intentions, to master my focus, and take command of my actions. Oh my goodness, I don't know where my day would have gone to today if that was not clear in my spirit, that today I was determined to direct my intentions, master my focus, and take command of my actions. How I pray that today, as you go out, you will be determined to direct your intentions, to master your focus, and take command of your actions. That you don't have to any longer submit yourself to other people's whims. You can go out today. You have been given the power to direct your intentions, to master your focus, and to command your actions. You are the commander, and it is your job. It is your job to plug into intentionality so that you can command your actions. That brings us to the end of the daily reset. We have an agreement of the week. The agreement of the week this week is don't take anything personally. Don't take anything personally. And this comes from the 4 Agreements book. Don't take anything personally. There's nothing other people do that is because of you. Everything people do is because of them. Don't take anything personally. So we've done a declaration of intentionality. The next time we do it, we will do it with in a much stronger way. After we are done here, please complete the mindful day, complete the running of the tapes into the future, running of the tapes about the past, using those 2 questions. Did you take responsibility for everything? Did you wield your self-control, especially when you are tired, hungry, angry, sleepy, frustrated, fearful, uncertain? Remember, you will be the commander of your actions so that you can act. To act, it is your job to act with boldness today. Your daily reset has those 5 parts. After we are done, do those 5 parts. Today, it's my intention to. Today, I permit myself to. Today, my focus is. Today, I'm claiming. Today, I'm releasing. I want to thank all of you that showed up today for the first time. Thank you for joining us. And our regulars, also thank you so much. Gladys Nyambura Muhunyo, thank you so much. By that, when I walked in, you were already facilitating the session. We usually have one fellow on call, one cardiology fellow on call, and he's on call. We have two hospitals. He's on call at one hospital, and then a heart attack patient shows up in the other hospital. And the two other people who were supposed to be on standby were not available. And I went in. I'm like, this will be 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. It became 30 minutes times 4 with the 20% bonus. And then I arrive here in the house. I don't know when my laptop has been doing this. I'm getting here and I can see it's like 9:27, 9:28. I turn on my laptop and then I see that thing that goes like this. It's updating. So I logged into the phone and I can hear Gladys asking, keeping the meeting going. And then when my computer connected, and now we had two sounds and I had to mute both of them. So when you're asking me to speak, I can't even speak because I'm connected to both.